Food and fertility. There's no surprise that the two words go hand in hand, but new research has found a father's diet may shape the health of his offspring. Dietitian Nick Nation joins us this afternoon. Hello again, Nick.
Hello, Mon.
Now, the study looks specifically at the level of anxiety in sons and the metabolic health of daughters. Can you explain these findings to us?
So this is just another study that's come out demonstrating the real importance of nutrition on not only fertility, but also bringing a baby to full term, but also the lifelong health of the offspring. Now, this study shows that a male rodent who eats a low protein, high carbohydrate diet demonstrates higher levels of anxiety, and a male rodent who is fed a high fat diet and their daughters actually demonstrate higher body fat levels and signs of metabolic disease.
Can you give us a couple of examples of foods in these food groups?
Oh, so it's more about the macronutrient content, so very low protein, very high carbohydrate. So we're talking about, like rice and pasta and maybe lollies and things like that. And then in the high fat category, it would be like oils and butters and fats from meats and things like that.
It's quite extraordinary, isn't it, that the composition of a father's diet could influence specific features?
Well, it is, and we've actually known that the first 1,000 days of a child's life, so the 270 days of pregnancy, as well as the first 2 years of their life after that, is a critical and vulnerable window where nutrition plays a huge role. What we've recently found is that preconception diet and lifestyle also has this almost like genetic programming effect and can affect the offspring's health all the way through to adulthood.
And let's look at preconception, because we initially look at the female when a couple is trying to conceive, but obviously it's equally as important to examine a man's diet during this time.
100%, Mon, and in private practice I'm seeing a lot more women than men at the moment, and so for fertility, conception, healthy pregnancy, etc., you need a healthy sperm. You need a healthy egg. You need the egg and the sperm to join together to form an embryo, and then you need the embryo to implant in the woman's uterus. Now, nutrition, diet and lifestyle have a significant impact on that whole process from go to woe. And so it's really important that our men be considering their own health and lifestyle as well when they're family planning.
Before you leave us very quickly, what are some of your top 5 recommendations then?
Okay, so there's a lot of overlap between fertility diets for men and women. Eat a well-balanced whole foods diet that supports general health and reproductive outcomes. However, it's about the nitty-gritty. When you get down into those fine details, you start to see differences between men and women in terms of their fertility diets. And a lot of the time it just simply comes down to portion sizes as well. So it's definitely a complicated area, but the science is growing and more men are coming to see me in private practice.
Nick Nation, it's been good to have you with us.
Thanks, Mon.